Swifties are not planning on killing Billie Eilish following her statement about wanting her peers to speak up for black and Mexican people in the hands of Nazis, following along with one comparing themselves to Chris Brown and the other one wanting to Charlie Kirk her. This is lunatic behavior, man.
You will pet me, whether you like it or not.
Anyway, Giancarlo Esposito said it's time for a revolution, and people are very mad.
Rich old white men are exerting their power to suppress our own people, thus creating a feeling of civil war in the streets, preparing the haters to hate, teaching them how to shoot. They're not even trained right, to kill. This is all a preparation for a very insidious problem that's happening in our world. And for me, I have to speak out that we will not be iced out. This is not going to happen. They can't take us all down. If the whole world showed up on Putin's doorstep or on the Iranians' doorstep or in Washington, it would stop. They'll kill 550 million, however, but the rest of us would survive.
Dude, liberals are so funny. Yeah, let's kill 500 million people. No, he's a Maoist, dude. He said, listen, a lot of people are going to die, but that's the cost for progress. That's the cost for progress, baby.
With this is time for a revolution. It's time for it, and they don't even know that's what they're starting. But we have to be strong enough to know that we can change the world. We have
him leading the charge. He's just method acting his character from Far Cry 6. This is the kind of false sense of revolutionary progress we're talking about. I just think it's really funny that he had this kind of take, you know? I mean, he ain't wrong. We are actually united and we do have the numbers, but the problem is without the spirit is good. Okay. But the problem is without serious organizing, that's just, it's just not going to happen. His fit saying this shit makes it so funny. Yeah. I just wish that there was more political education in Hollywood. I really do. Because these guys obviously have at least from the Hasanabi heads that are in Hollywood, I am noticing that there is a lot of intense interest and investment in doing something, but they don't necessarily know exactly what to do. Because for the longest time, for a lot of these people, the peak of activism is just basically saying, vote for the Democrats and then that's it, right? Once every 2 years during the midterms, if they're more engaged than the average Hollywood person, they say, oh, vote for the Democrats. Or every 4 years when they come out and say, vote for the Democrats. That's peak activism for these guys because they just don't know any better. And I really wish there were more people like Hannah Einbinder and more people in Hollywood in general that could just get these guys together and be it's time for a little bit of a political education. Because after all, if you recall, during the peak of the civil rights struggle in this country, Hollywood would get together and they would fundraise so that the Black Panther Party could, purchase arms to defend themselves. Okay? That's what I want to get back to. I want to get back to a world where wealthy people who are kind people, who are empathetic people are actually doing a little bit more political education beyond just getting paid by a Democratic Party 501c4 to say, "Hey, vote blue no matter who every election." Now that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that that's bad or whatever, okay? I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that doesn't move the needle in the appropriate direction. That doesn't necessarily move us to a more productive place. Okay? That's it. That's my point. Right? I assume you're already doing something similar. You just don't speak on it often. I mean, I'm trying to do some but that's it. You make headway with getting Mark Ruffalo on the broadcast? No, I have not. Does any of this matter? Celebrity endorsements have no effect on elections? Yes, but celebrities do have a lot of influence. And in my experience, at least from what I have seen, a lot of celebrities with a tremendous amount of influence actually do want to do the right thing. They're just completely uneducated. They have no political education and whatsoever, right? So now you have a bunch of multimillionaires who actually make money mostly off of the contracts that they get. So they're not even engaging in tremendous amounts of capital accumulation. Some of the top celebrities do, obviously, but they're not. They're in this middle space where, just like with athletes, they make most of their money they make the overwhelming majority of their money off of contracts and wages in general. And they're also they're also very empathetic people, but they're very out of touch and also don't have the political education. I feel like if they had the political education, they could be infinitely more impactful in helping and organizing efforts in general. They could be moving people in the right direction. Okay? Point is, public at large clearly isn't swayed by what Beyonce and Taylor Swift have to say. If the message gets better, will that change? Yes. Like, Taylor Swift might not be as impactful at, driving people to go out and vote for Kamala Harris as, demonstrated by this past election cycle, right? But imagine, it's such a stupid thing to bring up Taylor Swift in this regard because she's a billionaire. She's like way more out of touch than the people that I'm talking about, right? Like, but if more celebrities were like invested in local organizers like DSA, PSL, things of that nature, if they were just like consistently saying, hey, we need to go and we need to go and organize in this area. We need to go and do Ice Watch, right? Like if they were doing like that, then a lot more people would be invested in doing shit like that. They have the capacity to move people in a more productive way. Do you see what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Because like, obviously these guys don't have tremendous amounts of power in general, and you will say they're cowards, but I think it's not that they're cowards, it's that they just don't know what to do. They've been taught that the best possible thing that they can do is, speak out and say, vote for the Democrats every 4 years. But there is a massive world beyond that. I think the example I'm thinking of, and you guys are already calling it out, is Billie Eilish, right? Billie Eilish is a great example of this, who's like a consistent advocate who doesn't stop redirecting people's attentions towards issues that matter all the time. Chappell Roan is another great example of this as well. Is there a reason it seems like you rarely talk about PSL Genuinely Curious? Man, shut the up, okay? Shut the up. Shut your bitch ass up, okay? I don't rarely talk about PSL. Shut the up. I just brought up PSL. You heard me say it, and you went, why don't you bring up PSL more often? I have literally participated in almost every single PSL demonstration that has happened, not only in my backyard, but in other people's backyards as well. Shut the up. So annoying. Crash out before 1 a.m. Lamont on cue. Yeah. PSL is Party for Socialism and Liberation. Yeah, I mean, this is Stan Twitter. If you try to talk about Stan Twitter, if you try to talk politics with Stan Twitter, you're going to want to kill yourself, okay? So this is utterly irrelevant. This person posted Hassan the Hun on, Taylor Swift's silence. It's like a 9-second video where I was like actually criticizing this guy who's like a music commentary person or something, but like lived up. And immediately he was yelling Kamala before the election and now blaming everyone else. Political grifter behavior. You have the brain of an insect, okay? Just stay out of this, please. Just, you are way more invested in like defending this cultish behavior, defending your favorite celebrity. I'm not even saying like fuck Taylor Swift or anything like that. You run a Stan account. Just, you have the brain of an insect. Don't try to broach the sphere of political commentary, please. God, I don't give a shit about Taylor Swift. The word grifter has lost its meaning. It just means lying or pretending now. The financial and materials aspect has been removed in like 2025. I just don't understand. Yeah, they want to kill Billie Eilish now because like her advocacy is pissing off Taylor Swift fans because they recognize that Taylor Swift is not doing any advocacy whatsoever. So instead of just being like, hey, why isn't Taylor Swift doing anything? Maybe we should urge her to say something, They just get mad. Guys, let's assassinate Billie Eilish. I'm cooking some endings for her. Trust me. Get in the clips as we speak. Tell me when we're doing it. Her performative ass activism strikes again. Someone Charlie Kirk her. I'm dead ass. Call me Chris Brown the way I would beat her. Like, these people are psychos. Swifties are not planning on killing Billie Eilish following her statement about wanting her peers to speak up for black and Mexican people in the hands of Nazis, following along with one comparing themselves to Chris Brown and the other one wanting to Charlie Kirk her. This is lunatic behavior, man. It's just lunatic behavior. If you're getting mad about another celebrity saying, hey, you should speak out about these issues, and you're getting mad on behalf of your favorite celebrity not speaking out, well, you've already given the game away. Like, you're just mad because your favorite celebrity you wish spoke out is not speaking out, so you have to like defend her by attacking anyone else that's doing the right thing. God, dude. Wake up, dumbasses, especially if you live in the United States of America and you're a Swiftie. Your pasty ass in the suburbs is not going to be saved. It's not going to be spared by ICE, okay? Jesus Christ. Protecting any person you've never met and never will meet on the internet's insane behavior in the first place. Like you can enjoy Taylor Swift's output and then still simultaneously be like, I wish she did more. You know what I mean? Like, that's normal. That's a healthy thing that you can say if you're a full-blown functioning adult with a functioning brain, right? Like, you can just go, hey, you know what? I really love Taylor Swift. I bought all of her albums. I bought all the extra albums. I bought all the merch. I've gone to the concerts. But also, it would be nice if she actually spoke out about these issues every once in a while because she's a fairly impactful person, okay? That's a normal and healthy attitude to have, okay? That's a normal and healthy attitude to have. But a lot of these people go, oh, this is making me feel bad about my favorite content creator, my favorite musician who has been, you know, emotionally impactful in my development. So I'm going to lash out at everyone else that's like trying to do something with the influence that they have. You are a lunatic at that point. Like, what are you doing? Invest in something more consequential, especially when the thing that's more consequential is possibly hurting your safety, okay? And I know plenty of Swifties that look at what Taylor Swift has done and hasn't done and, you know, think this is kind of up. Like, there are plenty of healthy adult Taylor Swift fans who are just like, yeah, I wish she did more, you know? Instead of immediately looking for an opportunity to be like, oh, well, I'm going to defend her. I'm going to defend her silence here, okay? Ridiculous.
Multiple.
Anyway, agents involved in Alex Paredes shooting in Minneapolis were placed on leave, sources say. It would even be beneficial for her. She would serve as a smokescreen for her 10-minute private jet flights. I mean, sure. But she's more on the right side, right? I don't think Taylor Swift is personally on the right side. She's a billionaire, guys. I don't think she's on any side. Billionaires are on the side of billionaires. That's it. Okay? Like, I'm sorry. That's just the truth, okay? Same with Jay-Z, same with Beyonce. Like, no matter what. I mean, it's especially the case if you're a white woman in general. But that's just it. You know, billionaires are on the side of billionaires, okay? Wake up.
You will pet me whether you like it or not.
Broadcasting service is sponsored by you, the viewers, for you, the viewers. The Piker Broadcasting service is where you get tomorrow's news today.
Whether you like it or not.